Hi everybody and welcome to my channel. My name's Kim and I create decorations, bouquets and gifts for all occasions, and I connect with you online and in person to create the product of your dreams. And in this video I'm going to show you how to do one of the final parts of your heart-shaped wedding bouquet, which when it's finished should look something like this. Okay, so we have got as far as this with these videos, okay, and we've put the flowers on, as you can see. We've made the handle and we've also done the ribbon on the back, and we've actually learned how to weave the ribbon for the side of the bouquet, which I've actually put on. So off camera I actually stuck this on, and I stuck some of these roses on as well. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the other half of this ribbon weave on. Okay, so I'm just going to, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to drop this camera down like this so you can see what I'm doing. And I might have to stand for some of this because I need to be in a different position to the table. Okay, so I hope you're all doing well. Just while I'm doing this, I'm going to ask how you are, and if you'd like to comment, don't feel frightened to comment below and tell me what you think about these videos. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this ribbon weave that I've got here is I'm going to choose the neatest side, and I'm going to tuck this. Actually, I'm going to move this for now because what you need to do is neaten up your ribbon before you stick it on the side of your bouquet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue onto my knot like that, and I'm going to tuck it inwards. So you've got to choose the part of the ribbon that you want to put on facing outwards onto your onto the side of your bouquet, and that side is not the side this, and then turn it over and then stick your ribbon inwards. So you want this to be sticking inwards so that you can make it nice and neat on the outside. And you might choose to cut a bit more off of this. You might not want the knot on there, but I like to have something to work with. Okay, so that's what I do there. And then what I do is I take my bouquet, and as you can see here, what I've done here is I've done the same. I've tucked it in and just glued it. So that's what I'm going to do with this piece. I'm just going to glue it. Just going to glue it like this. And I might tuck it in a bit more and glue it like this. And yeah, and we just go all the way along, looking to see how far along the edge we want our ribbon to go, whether we want it to come out, whether we want it to go in. It's up to us where we want to position this, and because it's you know, it's especially, so I'm going to stick that inwards a bit more. So it's just really making your there we go, I've just done that, just making your bouquet look tidy and neat. Okay, and this will stretch. Okay, if it's a little bit small, this will stretch. Okay, so if I position that there, I've got to stand and sit to see if I'm in a shot, which I am. I can actually glue this, and what I would do is put the glue on the flowers. Okay, put the glue on the flowers and just glue that in against the other piece of ribbon like that. And what my suggestion is, just go around, actually that needs to be tucked in a bit more, but what you do is go around and just stick your ribbon against your flower. So you're just putting a piece of glue on each flower, okay, and just gluing it on gently like that. And what you can do afterwards is you can go back and tidy it up. Okay, so am I in this shot? Yeah, I'm still in this shot. Okay, so yes, I'm filming with my phone, so I'm just having to look into the phone now and then just to see that you can see what I'm doing. So yeah, you can go along and you can tidy it up afterwards, so don't worry too much. You just got to position your ribbon where you want it basically, and I want mine to go kind of like this. Okay, so we'll do that. So let me just, gosh, this is a bit awkward, this film, it's filming this. Okay, so just stick that, that's come off there. Okay, so just keep going around your around and just putting a tiny piece of glue on your roses. You don't need a lot of glue on your roses, okay? Sorry about my glue gun, it's a little bit old. It's a little bit old and I'm waiting for another one to come through the post. Okay, so yeah, so I just, while I'm doing this, I just want to say thank you to all those people who have subscribed to my channel so far, and I hope you're getting something out of this. I hope that you're getting to create your wedding bouquet, and people always want to get married, won't they? They will, even though there's bits and pieces going on in the UK where you can't get married the way you want to. You can have a little wedding, and basically what I was going to say is, if you're going to be creating your own bouquet, it will be, and it's artificial, you can make it, you can put it in the cupboard until you're ready to use it, so you won't have to worry about booking a florist and having to cancel or whatever. So yeah, so can you see how neat that is around the edge there? Can you see that? Okay, so I'm just turn that over so you can see what we're creating here. Can you see around the edge like that? So it's really lovely. You just need to make it really flush so that you can so it looks nice and tidy. And like I said, then go back when you've done this piece, then go back afterwards and neaten it up if you want to. Okay, there's a lot of ribbon on here. So I've got to the end here, guys, and there's a lot of ribbon on here, so I'm going to cut some of this off, because really you don't want too much to tuck in there, and just tuck it in at the end. Or what you could do is tuck it under. That's why I've left that undone there. Leave this bit undone on the other side. So what you can do if you want to is you can actually, I'm going to tuck that in like I did the other side. Can you see what I'm doing? Tuck that in and stick that down like I did on, mind your fingers, okay? Mind your don't burn your fingers through the weave, because that glue can come through and burn you. So yeah, up to you how tight you do it, how you decide to do it. So I think I'm going to do this. Okay, that's what I'm going to do with mine. You might decide to do it a bit neater. You might think, well, do you know what? That's not very neat. I can use that technique. But I'm going to neaten that up a bit at the bottom. Okay, so I'm just going to put some glue on this side here. I'm going to push that inwards like that. Okay, so that is how you ribbon the side of your bouquet. Okay, so I'm not sure how that looks. I'm going to hold that up so you can see it. Okay, because I haven't looked at it yet, so I've been filming it. So I'm going to turn it around and have a look myself. And that isn't too bad, actually. I'm going to show you something, and I don't know if I'll do this on here, but I will show you what I've done with the other side, okay? With the other side, what I've done is I've actually glued, I've gone along and I've glued pieces inwards. So here, now you've done this, what you might want to do, because this is quite loose, I'm not going to do this on here, I might do a little bit actually, I'll do a little bit, is you want to turn it over, because we haven't stuck this right along the edge here, and just put some glue inside. Can you see? Just put some glue inside your ribbon, just to stick it inwards like that. Try to do it so you can't see the glue, it's very difficult to do, so to be honest, I might not do that with my one, but you might choose to do it, you might not, because if you don't, you're going to have this. Okay, so if you really want to stick that down, what you need to do is go along the edge, put some glue underneath. Actually, put it quite low down on your ribbon, yeah, because otherwise you're going to see it. You're going to see it along the edge of your bouquet. And actually, I don't know if I actually did that with the others. I might have done. Not sure if I have. So yeah, if you do this, be careful, because what happens is the glue tends to come through the ribbon if you haven't got a thick ribbon. So that's what you do to tidy it up if you want to. If you don't, you can just leave it. I mean, I don't think it makes much difference, but it will be a little bit loose around the edge. So like I was saying, let's put this camera up a bit. Like I was saying to you, just stick it round like I said, unless you can find a different technique of doing it, and then go back and tidy it up afterwards, and you will find a way of tidying up your bouquet as you work with it. Okay, don't worry too much about the messiness while you're doing it. Do it afterwards. That's my tip. That's how I would. So that's what the back looked like, and that's what the sides look like. Okay, so that we're getting there. We're really getting there. And so I'm going to do small flowers for the middle, not on here because you know how to make the flowers, but I'm going to do the top of my handle, show you how I do that. Lots of people do this in different ways, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of ribbon here like this. So let's move this down again, right, just like this. Can you see? I think you can. Yeah, I'm just going to crisscross the ribbon across the top of there, and I'm going to make sure that there's no gaps in between. So that needs to be quite in the middle there. It needs to be really close to the middle. I'll put some glue on one side of the ribbon like this. I don't normally do this on a live, but I'm going to do it. Not on a live, on a video. I haven't done this on a video. Done it once on a video, okay. And what I do is I pull this really, really tight, like that. So I put it really tight, okay. Glue it, pull it really tight, and then stick it. So I put a piece of glue onto the actual handle like that, okay. And then I will just pull it really, really tight. Mind your fingers, okay? Really, really tight. Like that, against the glue. So that I can... And you might find a different way of doing this. Actually, there we go, see? Just so you can cover the fact that that's cardboard there. Okay, so I'm going to do the same with this one. And what you might find is, I haven't got any really thick ribbon, but what you can do is you can use a really wide, so I've just stuck that there like that. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that, I'll show you this way, pull that really tightly and glue it down, okay? That's what I'm going to do. But I can't do it that way because I don't want to burn my fingers. So what I might do is have a go. Let's do it like this. So let's try doing it like this, so you can see. I think you can see what I'm doing if I do it this way. Yeah, like this. Just really tight. Just put it really tight across the glue, like that. So I did find a technique of doing this. It's the most fiddly part of the bouquet is tidying it up, I think. But when you're actually making the flowers and things, it's really quite fun. So yeah, just doing the tidying bit at the end. Okay, so then we go do the, basically, I'm going to come off in a minute because I don't want to use too much room on my phone, but we will actually, I normally start from the bottom of my handle and I ribbon my handle, okay? And what I will do is pull it really tight all the way round. So, and I also like to come quite near to the top, near to the edge of my there, so that it's nice and flush. Okay, so we glue that so it's really nice and flush to the top. So I put a piece of glue on the handle where I want that to go. Okay, like that. So it's nice and flush with the handle. This is really hard to film because I have to get it at the right angle so you can see it. Pull it really tight, okay? And that's if you don't want any buckles. If you don't want any buckles, pull it as tight as you can all the way around. As you're pulling it, put some glue on, put it on the handle and on your ribbon as well, okay? Because the last thing you want is to for that ribbon to slide. Okay, if that ribbon slides, it will be because you haven't, basically hold it like that, yeah, go really slow and hold it to against the handle. Basically, if that ribbon slides, it's because you haven't glued it to your handle. Okay, you need to glue it to your handle. You need to pull this tight all the way around. Yeah, so that is what you need to do. I'm going to pull that round twice there because I'm feeling brave, and just put just a tiny bit of glue. You don't need a lot of glue, you just need to know where you're going to put that glue. Okay, right, so keep going with that. And then when you get to the top, this is the bulky bit that gets a bit messy, but we're going to cover that up. That's what we do with these things, we cover them up. Okay, so right, so I'll just pull that really tight again. So you can go around twice if you want, or you can say, do you know what, I don't trust this to stay where it is, so I'm going to put some glue there. Pull that tight like that. So like I was saying at the beginning, the best bet for ribbon is a really thick one, then you won't see any dark marks around your and you won't see any glue coming through either. So that's also the reason why you don't need a lot of glue, okay? Because if you use a lot of glue, you will see it if it gets messy, okay? Especially if you've got a dark ribbon. If you've got a dark ribbon, you could probably see it on this actually. Probably see it on this one. But it will dry. Pull it tight, that's my thing. I have actually seen people ribbon things on here. Some of them don't worry too much about the buckling, but I really don't like the buckling very much. So just put a piece of glue here. Just a tiny bit, yeah? Okay. Right, so yeah, okay, so I'm going to sit down now because I can see sort of what I'm doing, and you can as well from here. Okay, yeah, so just put it really tight. This is the bit where it gets a little bit tricky, where you get to your bumpy bit, and I would say, as long as you can cover up those ends, I would cut it off as soon as possible, otherwise it gets very messy. But do you know what? This doesn't matter with this project as much. So I'm just going to put some more glue as I'm pulling this round. It doesn't matter so much with this project because I'm going to cover this up. Okay, I'm covering this up. I did do, the red one was more tidy than this one, so you can make it really, really tidy and you don't need to cover it up, but this is different, this one. This, I like to put a little bit of pretty stuff around my handles. So I'm just, oh, I don't know if you can, sorry, I'm not showing you. So I'm just going around and I'm just putting some glue, just pulling it tight like this. Yeah. And then I'm going to cut that off there. Can you see how all of that's covered? Most of that's covered. the edge of that's covered. I'm not going to go any lower because it will just get untidy. So I'm going to cut that there. And oh dear me, oh, something's just fallen off and I need that. Just a second, I'm just going to run around the front of the table. Hold on. It's not what I needed to do. I'm so used to doing lives rather than doing right, okay, so I'm gonna just probably didn't need to do that. I'm just gonna seal that ribbon. You don't really need to seal it actually. Now I'm thinking about it, now I've done it. I'll just put some glue on there, okay, on the end of your ribbon, and just basically stick it. Just stick it round. This gets fiddly as you're doing this, but just stick it. Don't be too fussy, just stick it. Doesn't matter how. Okay, so that is, so I've never done that before. It's the second time I've done that on video, so yeah, bear with me people. So then what you do is we have this tiny piece of ribbon weave. You only need about 10 centimetres of ribbon, 20 at the most for this. And this is how we disguise some of the little messy bits around the top of our handle. Okay, so I like to just bring that round like this. So I'm going to put some glue on and fold this right inwards like this. Okay, you might not want to do it like this, but this is how I'm going to do this. Glue this inwards like this. Okay, and I'm going to glue that down as well because basically I don't want that flapping around, so I'm going to basically glue that on there like that. Gosh, I really hope this is recording all right and it doesn't cut me off, because I don't want to have to do all this again. Oh dear. Okay, so just make sure that's flat. Okay, and then I like to bring this down here and like that, and then I put a little flower or something on there. Okay, so I'm just going to put some glue on just on here, just on the middle bit, just a small piece of glue. Stick there stick that where I want it. You might decide to do it a different way, okay? And I'll just show you as I'm bringing this around. Just put a little bit of glue on your handle as you're pushing it round, just to glue it in place. And what I'll do is I'll come back, and this is quite exciting, this, because we've actually got quite near the end of the project. So it's just basically I'm getting a bit impatient because I want to finish this video because there's quite a lot on here. Okay, so it's all a matter of tidying things up, guys or girls, tidying things up. So we're just going along, we're just tucking it in a little bit like that, just like that. So I'm going to put this piece, just put some glue on there, just move it in a bit, that's it, tuck it in. And if you want to, you could maybe put a few flowers and things on there. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come back and show you how I decorate this piece here, because what I tend to do here is I tend to put a little flower on there just to kind of make it look neat and tidy. So that's so far we've got with our wedding bouquet. Okay, and I may even put some little flowers here just to cover these little bits up. Okay, because it's not as neat as I'd like it to be underneath. Okay, so if I just hold this up, we have finished most of our wedding bouquet, and you have all the skills now to create your heart-shaped wedding bouquet, and you can make it as neat and as tidy as you want. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this live so far. not this live, sorry, this video so far. Yeah, don't forget to press the button and comment below if you like what you see, and press the button and comment below. Yeah, sorry, I'm so used to doing Facebook, but anyway, you can see we've got quite a long way with this. Okay, so yeah, take care everybody, and bye for now. Thank you for everybody who has supported me so far. Okay then, bye bye for now.